Hey, what's going on, guys? Rich doing a quick video for you here. Before you do all this installation, what you want to do is shut the power off at the main breaker on the electrical panel, and then you want to open the valve outside the house to make sure it drains. But before you turn it back on, you have to close the valve outside the house so that this will pressurize. Old setup, don't know how old it is. Magically, screwdrivers appear whenever you want them to. This is a Richdel 205 APR valve. This is really, really old. Went online, cannot find this company anymore. Need to replace this valve. The problem is this solenoid is leaking, and I took it out. So can't find the O-rings, can't find these solenoids. If you look at this, this is spring loaded and this pops out like so, and that has an O-ring. The new one, which is the Irritrol, I looked at this. This is not spring loaded and there is no O-ring. So if you look at them side by side, they look extremely similar. And instead of replacing just the solenoid, I'm going to replace the whole valve. Go ahead and get this guy taken out. So you may need one of these unless you want to take the tank off, which I don't. And this is the new valve. The only difference I found so far is these screws are slightly smaller than the ones that came with the Richdel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the guts out of the new Irritrol and I'm going to put it into the Richdel. Take all these screws out. Okay, so I'll just take the cover plate off for a second. Okay, so it's just a little bit stuck because of all the pressure, but this is all it is. This is what comes off. It just comes out like so. Just pull it up. I'm gonna pop off the old one. Okay, so as you can see, this is all nasty and gummed up. There we go. Put the plate back on. And I'm just gonna take the old screws out of here, and I'm going to put them in the new valve body. But the only thing I did was I took the new top off the valve with the solenoid and the metal plate, and I'm just going to use the old screws. Alright guys, so I got the new head installed. Take the old solenoid out. So what you do is you find the wires, how they're connected, like so. This goes here, and then the other one comes over to this bundle right here. And just make sure you twist this, make this nice and tight. Just twist the wire, put it up, make sure they're of equal lengths. Okay, that's a big thing. Then take your wire nut, put it over, and tighten them until both wires twist together. Just keep going and twist the wires. And see how these wires are twisting? That's how you know you got a good connection. Just keep twisting, and then pull on it, make sure it won't go anywhere. And that's it, guys, you are good to go. In case you're not good with wiring, don't worry, just put the same wires where they came from. Okay, so this one's coming to the yellow right here, which is the one I'm holding right here. So what I'll do is I'll loosen this one, pull them both out, get them out of the loom. Okay, so now that one's out. I'll take this here like so. Now they come really, really long like this when you buy them, once you take the ends off, the wire casing. So what you want to do is just tighten this, just keep twisting it, make sure it's very tight. When you take the old solenoids out, you just replace the new ones with the same wires, the same way they were wired. So again, if you take the one off the yellow, replace that end of the new one to the yellow. Just again, twist it until the wire itself twists, and then give a pull, make sure it's not going to come off. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now, if you want, you could run electrical tape around it. I have the right one in the front of this tube, so I know which one's which. And I have one hanging here, one wire hanging. And then I have the other solenoid, which goes to the left side, which I'll just install real quick. And basically, I'm gonna take the other one. This is the one, this is the solenoid that was on the left, which went to the left one. And the other end of this goes to this side here. Okay, so this one has 3 wires going to it, one of which is the other solenoid. Now make sure you turn the power off before you do all this, guys. which I already did. Now you can pull this solenoid out because we're not using that one. Again, the other solenoid is going to that. I can pull that out. All right. And apparently this is the white one. So this white wire has to get connected to this. All right, so what we'll do is we'll take the white one, we'll take the red one. These two have to now go to the new ends of both solenoids. Both solenoids have to be connected to this. So here's the key, guys. Make sure this is equal. You want the wires to be of equal length where they go into the actual. These are already twisted and these are small wires. So just make sure you put that into the wire nut. Keep going. There we go. Everything is good. Nice and tight. Pull on it, make sure it's not coming out. All right, so what you want, again, what they did before was they took all the wires and then they zip tied them together, which you can do. Make sure that's nice and clean. Take the solenoid, slowly turn it in until you find the threads, thread it in, tighten it up, just hand tight, that's good. Hand tight, and that's it, guys, we're good to go. We already tested all our wires, we pulled on all the wire nuts and made sure that they're not loose, they're nice and tight. So you can put a zip tie here like this. What that'll do is, in case anybody pulls on these wires or they get hit or anything pulls on them, they're not going to get pulled away from the wire nuts and damaged, because the stress will then come to the zip tie. It'll pull here and it won't be able to do anything, as opposed to pulling here and trying to pull the wire nuts apart. So this is just a good practice. This is something you can do if you want. So these are the new Irritrol valves and solenoids installed and ready to go.